Okay, all you gotta do is drop the machine onto the pad driver. Sometimes it doesn't go on perfectly smooth, but when you start up, it'll usually pop in place.
It'll jump on,
Yeah, it jumps on once you get it going,
just like this.
and because it's not on even yet. And it's normal for it to kind of look like it's floating around a little bit because of the oscillating motion. And we'll take a look here. Hopefully we show it with this window light. It's restoring the nap of the carpet pretty well, but the little vacuum did a decent job to start that. This really scrubs the carpet good and raises the nap. It's a very powerful little machine for that. It does a lot more than you think it would. It's a great on carpet so far. So if you had a room that had carpet that you wanted to clean real quick and you didn't want to get the carpet so it's wet for 2 or 3 hours, this is a great method because you just put down a light free spray and run over it real quick and it restores the nap.
It'll dry up in an hour, hour and a half, something like that.
Yeah, we get it pretty dry when we're done.
When you clean your carpets, always make sure you clean it real good where the carpet meets the tile. That's always an area that attracts a lot of dirt, and if it don't look dirty, clean it anyway because they don't have dirt in it. This machine is real versatile. You can go forwards and backwards real easy, and you can go side to sides pretty easy. You got to force it to go side to sides, but it does it without too much effort. Forward and backwards is how I normally use it, but it'll go any direction you need it to.
One nice thing about this machine is it does closets real easily. If you have like the Rub Doctor or the Bissell Big Green or other extractors like that, it's kind of tough to get into a smaller closet. Now since we do this professionally, we have to clean the closets. At your own house you may get away with not really having to worry about the closet too much, but we have to have a machine that can get in closets. And the Rub Doctor can do it, but it's a little bit tight. But
this is better.
yeah, Big Greens are a little tougher because of the forward and backward motion. You get it in a closet and you don't have a lot of room to maneuver, so that's one thing to consider. An advantage to this type of machine is it's real fast to get into tight areas and closets. It'll pretty much go anywhere you need it to. Now if you were doing stairs or something like that, you can do the foot tread of the stairs, but the risers, that's something that's going to be a little bit difficult to clean with a machine like this. But you know, the regular extractors won't really do it unless you use their hoses and the accessories that come with them. And luckily the apartments we work at, there's no stairs, so we never have to really mess with cleaning those.
You'll never get behind the door with any of the self-contained extractors. Not like that.
So when we're finishing here, the pre-spray's been soaked up, the carpets are slightly damp.
Let's walk on to the next room and we just keep going.
Yeah, you've got a 50-foot cord on the orbiter, so you've got enough cord to do a pretty big area of your home or these apartments. You don't have to move the plug around to get the whole thing. You can do a whole apartment from one plug in, which is nice.
If you want to walk on in there, go on in. Go ahead.
And we'll see what happens when we get to this thing. We may end up having to put some more pre-spray on it. When we get to it, we'll see what happens.
It's got some red in it. It may not come out.
Yeah, I think we're looking at possibly some dye of some sort. It's purplish red. A lot of red stains. They're really hard to get out. You can get it out with the red dye treatment and an iron, but that's something we charge extra for. They don't care about it that much. They're okay. At this complex, they don't mind the red stain so much unless they're excessive, but they don't like the dark stains that are dark black or brown. Those are the ones they really hate.
Dirt. And remember this too, if you're doing this commercially, you didn't get these stains in these people's rugs, carpets. If you can't get them out, don't feel ashamed. Nobody can get out every stain, no matter who they are. And remember though, you're not responsible for what someone else put in their own carpet. You're just trying to help them out the mess they got themselves in.
No, it's true. Most of the customers that we work for here, most of the residents, they don't really vacuum. It's kind of a big problem here. They do monthly inspections and they'll write people
How
up.
this thing works.
They will write people up if they let their carpets get too out of hand, but it's kind of one of those things, you can't really force people to vacuum. And so if we have someone living in an apartment for 2 or 3 years and they move out and they never vacuum, you have to go in there and try to clean up the whole mess in one session, and it's pretty hard to do.
Most of that stain came out. Now here's the deal. The stain is pink, not red. Someone attempted to get it out before and failed at it. Probably the person who put the stain down. When the stain goes from red to pink, someone's worked on it with a chemical. That's a sure sign every time. There are no pink stains. They're red, but they're not pink.
Yeah, sometimes the worst thing is when someone tries to fix the stain themselves and then they make it so it's a permanently set in stain. And
that's permanently set in.
They don't want to get in trouble, so they don't say anything, they try to fix it. And if they would just call us, a lot of that stuff we can get out.
Before it sets in, yeah.
Before they set it in and before they put something down on it that makes it a permanent deal. That's going to be acceptable because it's very light. When the carpet's fully dry, it's hardly noticeable. And you got to remember, these are rental properties. This isn't the carpet that you'd pay for and keep in your own home where you're buying. This is a rental property, so the carpets are going to be, acceptable. They're not always going to be absolutely perfect like they look brand new. It's just too expensive to keep putting new carpets in all the time.
I'll work on that a little more for relief, but it's probably got all it's going to get. Okay, I'll do the closets real quick.
Yeah, a lot of times when you have a bad stain or something you're having a real problem with, instead of sitting there and fighting it and fighting it and fighting it, work on it a little bit, go clean some more of the carpet, come back to it. If you need to put more pre-spray down, do that, but it's sometimes just letting it sit for a few more minutes will help in the cleaning process. And they're stained all the time, you're just never going to get them 100% out, but what you can do is minimize them and make it acceptable. They can put their bed over that spot if they want to and they'll never see it. And that's up to the new tenant, whatever they want to do. These actually are really soft, fluffy carpets, except for that one stain. The rest of it's great. So once we rake them up and get them completely fluffed up, get all the machine marks out, the footprints out, these carpets are going to look really nice. So yeah, you just kind of keep going over it. Keep going over it until you can kind of feel when you get used to doing this, you can kind of feel when the carpets are about as dry as you're going to get them. And you basically, you don't need to work them anymore. But that's something that comes with a little experience. This machine's easy enough to use that it's a great machine to learn how to clean your carpets with because it does a slow transformation, so you're not going to make some kind of a radical mistake that's going to destroy your carpets. And we've done some carpets, we've done them multiple times with this bonnet, and it does not wear the carpets out prematurely. It's a pretty gentle cleaning method. It looks aggressive, and it is in some ways on dirt and stains, but it doesn't harm the fibers, so that's kind of nice.
That is coming out more and more, that red stain. It's going to be something in there, but I'm going to get 90% of it out right now. When the carpet fully dries, you may not even be able to see it.
Yeah, a lot of these stains, we see them, but once we get them down to the point that he's going to have this one, people walk in and they don't even notice it unless they start looking really, really carefully.
You won't notice it.
Then they might say, oh, hey, there's a little teeny tinge of something there. But it also shows when you get a stain, you're trying to get it out, don't give up when it doesn't immediately come out, because a lot of times the stubborn ones are just going to take some work.
Now that's in there faintly, but it's basically out. And here's the deal. The way I clean carpets with these buffers, I go over it until it looks right. If I ain't sure it's right, I do more of it. I just keep buffing. And eventually you get that look that's, you look around, it's like, it looks finished. That's when it's finished. Thanks for watching our video.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna rake this with the Grandy Groom, and let me show you real quick what this is, because we keep it on our car. The Grandy Groom, it's It's got these nylon tines on it, and they're flexible. And you can use this before you vacuum to kind of break up embedded soils and things like that to help your vacuuming, or you can use it after you vacuum. It's really nice if you want to get the carpet looking brand new and fresh, and you don't want to get the vacuum out and haul it out because you're trying to do it in a hurry. This will make your carpets look nice and fluffy, get rid of traffic patterns in hallways and stuff like that. And you can do it in just a few moments. It's not bad at all. And it's real easy to use. It's not something that you have to be in great condition or anything, trust me, to be able to use. So we'll do that and finish up these carpets, and I'll take a little bit of a video to show how they look when they're raked. So keep watching.